Buenos nachos amigos, and welcome to another fantastic adventure of Through the Tomes, another journey through the world of Dungeons and Dragons, led by this amateur DM and his patient party, very loving patient party. I'm PD Rave, the aforementioned amateur DM. And here with me is my party, my squad, my team. We've got playing Wind and Summer, Daisy.
Hi, everybody. Tonight I've got adventure coffee.
Yeah. We've got playing Toby Underborough, Brett.
Aforementioned amateur dungeon master is kind of a mouthful.
Yes.
So I kind of, but I also have adventure coffee, and a bunch of Dava control picks I found on eBay, like a pack of like 15 for like $3.
Nice.
It may improve playing.
We've got playing Solero Italian, Drew.
I don't have adventuring coffee, but I do have adventuring Lady Grey tea.
What is the temperature of it?
I don't know. I don't have one of those special mugs that keeps everything hot.
Oh, well, I just figure if it's tea Lady Grey and lukewarm, you're like, you're ready for the replicator to get you what you need.
It's delicious.
We've then, of course, last but not least, we've got playing Lucius Zanero, Matt.
I have 2 beverage glasses that are almost empty, and I have a 2 Clayton USA 1.07 millimeter picks glued together.
And what would those be used for? Sorry, Petey.
Playing heavy gauge strings on an arch top.
Okay.
And forgetting that I have it in my pocket, I'm like, damn it, not that one, when I'm playing anything else.
Stab somebody with it, like Jimmy a door.
Yeah. You know what they say, you either see life as almost empty or not quite full.
Yeah.
I just popped it open. I've got my Havana Lager. I brought that back, courtesy of, it's a Miami original from, I can't see in this darkness, Windward Brewer, I think this.
They believe in a thing called love.
Yes. No, Concrete Beach. I forgot. It's courtesy of Concrete Beach. The Havana Lager. Fantastic stuff. I've had it before on the show, but it's fantastic stuff. Of course, we're doing Dungeons and Dragons. We're doing our ongoing little adventure. I'll give a quick shout outs, quick unsponsored shout outs to the kind of the resources, because we use a lot of resources. The main crux of this is that I'm relying on, as an amateur DM, really great resources and tools out there for kind of putting all this together and keeping me more or less on track as best as I can, as on track as I am right now. These are the things that keep me as close to organized as even this is. But they're out there and they're really useful. So shout out to, of course, we're using the Wild Mount campaign setting, which is available. Courtesy, it's Explorer's Guide to Wildmount, which you can get at your local gaming book store or game store. You can find that info on Wizards of the Coast website. You can also get it on D&D Beyond, as I'm using it as well there. But please support your local bookstore, local comic store, local game store, wherever it might be available. Go check it out. Yeah, it's a really great setting, and there's a really great book that even adds really cool, like, additional background options that help really flesh out your, like, character work. Yeah. Also, shout out to Griffin Saddlebag.
Griffin Saddlebag?
Yes. Griffin Saddlebag, where we use, I like to pull, I think at this point, all of the magic items that haven't been, like, specifically built into the adventure modules. they've come out with great stuff. Basically, every weekday is a new item that is really cool, has a ton of flavor to it, has great art to it, and you get cards to use for them. You get not only just a card you can use digitally, but also one you can print out to be able to hand out once we all start having in-person games again, as well as easy info to pull from. They also have a ledger if you're at a certain tier that you can use, that's available online, where you can sort by rarity, sort by whether it needs attunement, sort by item type, things like that. You can search through. You can search through just for things that require attunement by a monk, or require attunement by a warlock, or some of the different things like that, or just wondrous items, or just weapons, things like that. So go check out Griffin's Saddlebag. Yeah, and that's it. So those are the shout outs, I believe, and that's it for as far as shout outs for our tools for now. Unless I'm forgetting something, which
yeah, we're gonna be shouting out our tools all night.
Yeah, to recap where we are in our adventure, we escaped, the party escaped narrowly Flora Isle as it sank into the shark feather abyss. They agreed to join a expedition back into the shark feather abyss to confront the Sahwajin leader that recently took over and has a particularly powerful magic item, a rod of retribution, that the captain of the wave chaser, Three Earrings, wanted to go ahead and retrieve, promising at first a third of the cut of the profits gained. It was negotiated to even Stevens between the party and the boat.
No.
So, and then they agreed where to go to get the equipment needed to be able to even go down to Shark Feather Abyss. So they went to Port Damali, where they docked. They got out, took in a little bit of the view of the dockside of Port Damali. Ran into some old friends that were luckily safe and sound. Were able to go to Hector's dockside armory. Hector's dockside armory for for the diving helmets, that the kind of experimental diving helmets that they were going to use to get down there. There was 5. We got 5 helmets. Mortal is keeping hold of them. They also went to a bookstore, went to an apothecary real quick, but then realized they got a couple of potions. Went to General Goods Store before that, and then ultimately found some info on, and were able to locate for Summer. Summer was able to find so that she could see for the first time, or at least take in the official library of the Cobalt Soul here in Port Damali, as she wanted to further her path through that organization. Maybe try to see if she can join it as she further trains to possibly be a monk of the Cobalt Soul. And the party stepped up, was at the entrance gates of the library, or the entrance of the library, the impressive building. We're gazing upon it when we wrapped up last episode. And that's where we join our party. So you stand, all of you, at this impressive building, ornate building, several stories tall, seemingly with high windows, decorations, mostly stonework with some like reliefs here and there. Some like the kind of the theme colors are like mostly gray with like blue. There's symbols of the Cobalt Soul. Let's see where to find. There are symbols of the Cobalt Soul, which is I should have this already, but you find and you see it in like on the path, like the stone path up to the front door. There's a gate to the front door. Along the path, you see a symbol with like it's a bigger circle with there's 3 circles with symbols inside of them, in kind of like a triangle format. I have a link to the the Discord.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's along the floor,
like
and
a
kind of
crop circle.
Yes.
Mine's
Yeah,
in Gallifreyan.
Bookmark this.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's in relief. The library of the Cobalt. It doesn't say so here on that image it says the archives. From the archives of the Cobalt Soul.
Oh, I was thinking of the kobold, not cobalt.
That's Cobalt.
I'm glad that you cleared that up. I was like, what? This is silly.
No. Where it's on that image, it says from the archives. It says the library of the library of the Cobalt Soul. And I think underneath it, the library of the Cobalt Soul along the with other writing as well.
Can I read any of that writing, or is that writing special? Can I identify that
I think
writing?
it's just symbol. Let me see. What are they? I don't believe you can.
That would mean that you would have to know what it said, but if you would just like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I don't know. But it's just like, it doesn't seem out of place. It's just, presumably, sort of like a place would have Latin on their decorations. Yeah, there's this impressive building that you stand at the front doors of. So,
roll initiative.
What would you like to do?
So you said there's a gate?
It's just an open, like an archway.
Oh, it's okay, but it's open. Like I can.
Yeah, so it's no like it's not a gate. It's
in.
like just an archway, a decorative archway, and then the pathway up, and then the front door. And you see that there are people coming and going, and it seems open to the public.
Okay. Yeah, I want to go in.
Yeah. So you go on in. You just walk on. And it does everyone join?
I too will go in.
Sure.
Yes. So all
Check out this architecture, everybody.
Books.
Yes. Yeah, and it is. So you walk in the door, and kind of like it is fairly active. So you walk up to the door, you walk in, and then there's like a couple people walking out. And you kind of have that awkward moment of like, oh, they're after you, and then you have to like go in. But you walk in, and it as you enter, is even more impressive than you can imagine. So that what you see is this far-reaching library, and past this kind of like a front desk area with some seats. You see this massive library. What was outside? Oh, several story halls. It seems to be like about 2 levels, but both extremely tall, with just rows and rows of shelving and with that goes off like aisleways that go off in either direction, row after row after row with books. And you see in the middle there are like seating areas and tables. Everyone, like, if you look closer in certain areas to the left or right, there's bigger gaps, either slightly bigger gaps that seem like maybe like hallways, or bigger gaps that seems like further seating areas and work areas. You see a lot of people moving around, a lot of people at tables, mulling over books, a lot of regular city folk, regular people of the city. But you do see a fair amount of people in various gray and blue garments, some more monastic, some more scholarly, like robes, but like all kind of like either watching over, like a lot, like every citizen you see will have some young person in blue, and like almost everyone has somebody with like gray and blue robes. So it's like, seems like they'll have them following behind, as it seems to be escorting them. But you just see a bunch of, and then like it is massive. The ceiling is huge, high rise ceiling, with, it's nice, not too flashy, but nice decorations with some reliefs. And you see the Cobalt Soul symbol, in there. You see some different designs, some sayings. You see like either symbols of depictions of Ioun, here and there, and that's just from what you see further, and it just kind of keeps going further on. Way in the back, you see, it seems like it kind of like becomes taller. Like you can see that there's a higher part, and then there's like a wall, kind of like a back wall, with like maybe a couple doors over there, like interior doors, but way in the back, and it's hard to make out. This is a big city library, and you can see that you would probably get lost if you didn't know what you were doing. And you can see like there are massive shelves, and you can see like scattered throughout there are like ladders to be able to get to the higher parts, and then of course in front of you there's a front desk with a female elf kind of like manning the desk with like a parchment and it seems like a book, like a big notebook, and like a pen and ink, like a quill and ink nearby.
Okay. I would like to go speak to the elf at the front desk. The elf receptionist.
Hello, how may I help you?
Hi, so how does this place work? Like if I want to know more about the Cobalt Soul, because I feel like I'm part of the Cobalt Soul, I'm a follower.
Well,
how would I explore more?
Well, the Cobalt Soul Library is open to the public, as everyone knows. If you wish to research and study within the Cobalt Soul Library, you will simply be assigned an escort to follow to guide you and make sure that you do not damage the books or take any books out of the library. If you wish to, you said something about joining the Cobalt Soul.
Yes. Is that an option?
You kind of look at yourself. Mostly people come in. You'll have to talk to one of the monks. I can help you with the library stuff. I'll get you hooked up with one of the monks.
Okay, thank you.
I'll get you talking to one of the monks. And if you is anybody here need to be registered to study to look through the library?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep.
Do I have to register if I'm not going to take anything out?
If you're gonna go in there and read books and study, then yeah, we need to get you with an escort, and you do assigned an escort.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, it's
She'll
Get us all registered.
Can't.
So there's an education a die roll away.
So they get you. She gets you registered. Into the book. They ask you your name and some of the things that you're going to be. Basically just get your name and she kind of jots some things down. She calls over a few of the students, and then she calls over one. So you each kind of get assigned like a young student of the Cobalt Soul. They're usually dressed in. This is a most of them in their late teens, some of them in their like early 20s. You each get one, and they kind of escort you into they kind of are with you, and will follow your lead. For summer, they talk to they call over one of the monks. It's like are they here? Yeah, but, I don't know if they're gonna be happy about being assigned to a fledgling. Well, I mean, we'll have to see if she's capable. We can't turn away another helper. All right, well, I'll call them over. And
Your midichlorians levels are off the roof.
Do I get a Kyber crystal?
That's right. Get to make a thwack saber.
The wax saber. A psionic mind blade.
Oh, yeah. Was it this one? Yes. So you okay, so what outcomes is a bald a vaguely feminine figure,
Vaguely feminine.
yeah. But yeah, it's like a svelte, vaguely feminine, but as you confirm with them and other people, their gender, but they're bald with like let's see, what description did I give them? With deep brown eyes, about 5'8", little older human, not older but like our age in real life. Paler skin, with like ornate monastic robes, little gray robes with a symbol of Ioun around their neck. They walk to you. Are you the one wanting to be among our ranks?
I am.
And then they take a look at you. All right, let me test your. Let me test you. So they gestured you over to the library. You all don't break anything. Watch them. And they take Summer off. You can't really go with them to further into the library. You go off to the side and into into one of the tables a little more out of the way. They they gesture to a table and a seat. It's like, sit.
I sit.
All right. And then they start to drill you with a pop quiz of
Hotshot
history.
What? PD, you didn't tell me I'd have to study for our D&D quiz.
Pop quiz hotshot.
I will say they will start to ask you questions about Portameli history, about the Menagerie Coast history, some of the like a hodgepodge of different like subject matters that you might have to understand the history of the politics of Wildmount. I'm not going to sit down and have you actually answer these things, because what I'll do is I'll have you simply make, let's see, a consecutive checks.
Consecutive checks.
So I'm going to have you make, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have you make 2 history checks, an Arcana check, and a religion check.
Okay.
They open book.
All in a row.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Gonna telepathically cheat with Daisy.
I don't think you're in the same room as me.
No, you're.
Yeah,
That's
we got
why you
pushed
said
aside.
telepathically.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you said 2 history checks. What was the other one? Arcana?
Arcana.
And then religion. Okay, here we go. History, number 1.
Big money, no whammy.
Come on, that was a 17. Come on. Okay.
That's not how that works, Daisy.
See, now it's a 17.
Well,
I know.
Oh, it's another 17.
what are the odds?
Ooh, actually
Well,
get a
that's
bonus on this one, but
Oh,
my religion
7
is
come
still my
11,
word.
whatever that means.
So it's
Come on.
like,
I know my history and my magic, but not my gods.
So you start as she starts. They start asking you about these things, like, especially when they start to ask you about the Kryn dynasty and the relationship within the empire and the dynasty. You don't. It's like it's all faltering. Like, you didn't expect to have to answer about this information. Some of it's just not things you know about because you didn't really study about these things. You mostly studied like fun puzzle stuff and more, the artifacts and things like that. Some of the politics kind of like give you trouble, and you can see that they're getting a little frustrated. You get some, but a lot of them are kind of puzzle you. You start to do a bit better when you start talking about the Menagerie Coast and some of the history here, and because you remember some of that, you did study some of that. The history here, you did some of the history of some of the artifacts found and lost, and you like pulling some things. Maybe a lucky guesser here or two, but mostly you're able to. Oh, you're getting into the groove, and then you start to nail some of the questions about arcane history and the history of the magic arts and things like that, just from remembering things you had with conversation with different spellcasters and wizards and things you pulled from here and there, just from life. And you're like, oh, you were surprised you knew that thing. Like, you know, when you get that piece of information that you surprised you knew, but you remember where you got it from, even though it's like, so you start nailing that stuff. And then the religion stuff, then they start to get to religion stuff. You figure, yeah, I am a monk. I had these monastic traditions. I'll get this, and then things start slipping, and you start giving some answers you thought were right, and then they give you a look. It's like, oh, and then when things start leaning towards more the history of Ioun and facts and information about Ioun, you kind of the fact that you've mainly grown up worshiping and working as a monk and a follower of Pelor. You knew some of Ioun, there's information, there's crossover information of all the prime deities, but that's when you start like you give an answer and they give you a look. It's like, you give another answer and they give you a look. It's like, oh, so
wasn't my strongest subject.
And it's like you start to think about, it's like, man, I really should have been paying more attention in those in monk classes. You start to think about those monk classes or those teachings at the temple you may have daydreamed through. Think about, or you may have missed going off of, going on your adventures, and or those times you've had your head in the clouds sometimes, and you realize, oh, I don't know as much as I thought I did.
Shouldn't have been thinking about playing my flute.
Yeah. But all right, you have some base knowledge. You at least are not as far behind as I feared. But there are some big gaps where you're gonna have to do some studying. Let's just see your skills let's see your skills. You said you're a monk, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Trained for 7 years professionally.
All right, let's see. Let me see your training. Follow me.
Professionally.
And then they lead you off. I presume you follow.
Mm-hmm.
They lead you off into kind of further back into one of the wide openings, over to one of the right aisles, to what opens up into a larger training area with various monks practicing and training in various like pits. Some training, against dummies, like what you would expect, just bunch of people doing martial arts trainings and practices, and they set you up. All right, here in this pit, you'll show me what you can do.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'll have you do is let me move. And then they summon a relatively young male human monk to be your sparring partner. So I'm gonna drop you into combat tracker. We're mostly gonna do theater of the mind, but you imagine there's a circular pit of packed dirt that's comfortable and has just the right amount of give for sparring. So let me go ahead and find your opponent.
Is this an unarmed fight?
Yes. So
Okay.
yeah. I mean, well,
have to know the rules.
Well, you wouldn't allow a quarterstaff. No, it's a monk weapon fight. Why can't I have? What would it be why don't I have a monk? Gotta find an NPC. Okay.
There's way too much coffee in that. I was pouring, and it was like, oh, it's coming out. And I was pouring.
Uncomfortable.
I was pouring out of here, and it's like it was slowing down. Then all of a sudden, more came out. I was like, oh shit! Like I thought it was almost empty. Yeah,
it's adventure coffee.
It is. I'm glad I did that over the trash can too.
Not over the cat.
I wish I had some coffee.
Oh yeah. Not every time, but sometimes it is needed.
When you're an old people that wakes up at like early morning, even when you don't want to.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what is the evening? Oh, it's the time when I'm too tired to get anything done.
Let's see.
So apparently Gator makes gig bags that are made to be hung from like closet coat racks.
I saw something like that just today, but it was not a Gator brand. That's frightening. To open up a closet and see some guitars hanging. I've got my seersucker suit. I've got my, my funeral attire.
Yeah. I got my Western cut jacket.
Yeah, I've got my strongly dislike the police t-shirt. And then there I've got a Telecaster.
Oh man, or really I would guess it'd be best to here's my tuxedo and my my
white
L5.
tuxedo.
Yeah, my white tuxedo and my L5 and then my Western cut suit and my Telecaster.
And then when you have
my
swing gigs, you gotta have the checkerboard.
Yeah, my Eldon Shamblin Strat.
Oh,
You know, he shows
okay.
up all over the place now. Good, the algorithm that is just feeding me all kinds of stuff from variety
Man,
show music.
I'm not saying I would buy it, but I would love to have the option of buying an Eldon Shamblin custom shop signature
I mean,
Strat.
to this day, we're still selling guitars with Les Paul's name on it. Come on, let's get
I want an Eldon. I want an
yeah.
Eldon Shamblin.
Let's spread the love around. Let's
that is the one.
get rid of Eric Clapton. He's right out and put in.
All right. I have the stat block.
And that was the worst bass guitar talk ever.
Yes. So we'll just do it into D&D Beyond. So we'll just get it in
To D&D.
there. I don't have Vol's
and
guides.
beyond.
All right. So they're human. It's a human man. Seems pretty well built. Strong. So they have you stand off and kind of bow to each other.
Are we watching any of this, or is this all
I don't think so.
Theater of the mind.
You get they kind of did their own thing. It depends on what you guys did in the meantime. Did you guys just
So this is something that is a private little thing between. So I'm not going to watch this awesome combat go down. All right.
This is
Okay.
would be in the training area, so you probably wouldn't be invited into the actual monk training area.
Well, that's a bummer.
This is fair.
But that does need some clarifying and for shenanigans' sake. But yes, thank you. Sorry for interrupting. Carry on. I'm interested in this.
Yeah. And you guys can figure out what you were doing, as far as milling about in the humongous library.
You're at the coffee bar.
Yeah.
So much coffee.
Yes. All right, and just so let's. We don't really need to use fantasy ground, so let's just do everything in D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Oh.
Just because, and I can pull up the party. I can even see what you roll in D&D Beyond, because they actually added the party feed to the front page of the campaign. So I can see that as needed. So
Side note: the D&D Beyond, both the apps on iOS are just much better, and it makes me mad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're on iOS for some reason.
Yeah, it's probably just newer.
The iOS reason was my friend had a phone that I could try because I've been thinking about making the switch. So I'm on his XR.
Nice.
I don't hate it. I thought I was going to hate it. I've been using Android since the Droid Incredible.
Oh wow.
So there's muscle memory things that are happening. But
Right.
yeah, notice I said the Droid Incredible, not the Incredible 2, not the Incredible 2. HD, none of that, no.
Yeah. All right. So, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have Summer roll for initiative. Let's see.
Wait,
where did I accidentally close? What the fuck?
Am I rolling a niche in D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Or Fantasy Grounds?
D&D Beyond. I have.
Okay, you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I was supposed to do. What the fuck? How do I roll?
You should be able to just under initiative click that.
I do, and then I get a pop-up that says virtual tabletop not found.
So disable Beyond 20. The thing I had you install. This extension. Just disable it.
Yeah.
We can reinstall it later.
Yeah.
It should be like a B, like a thing up top.
Yeah, is that something I do within D&D Beyond, or is
Within
it like?
Firefox, or
Oh, okay,
it's an
that's
extension.
what I
But
was
it was back in the
thinking.
day when it was an extension that had
Yeah.
us all.
Extension.
So,
There it is.
yeah.
D&D B, or wait. It's beyond 20, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm disabling? Okay, cool.
Yeah, just disable extension on that.
Alright, let's see what happens now.
There you go.
Oh my god, that die is huge. What's
Nice.
weird?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I got
It's been a while.
I got a 12.
Okay, what is this initiative? It's just yeah, it's a text box. Okay, so yeah, he got a 17, so he goes ahead of you. So do I wanna, yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, so he's gonna go first. He's unarmed. He's just doing unarmed strikes. So he's gonna.
Okay, so he's using fisticuffs only.
Yeah.
Fisticuffs.
But yeah, so he's going to roll. I'm just gonna roll it. He's gonna, with his first attack, roll so a 19. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So
Sadly.
Okay. I need to have this. Okay. I wish I could roll from this screen. So let's see. Let me roll a d8. So you suffer 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
He got a good hit. Does he get another hit because he's a monk?
Yeah, he has multi attacks. So he's gonna get his second attack now.
Is he gonna use his key to unleash a fury of blows?
So technically he's a martial arts adept. So he rolls a 1. So he falls out, yeah, and it just kind of like whiffs, and you're able to. He kind of telegraphs this one pretty badly. You're able to just duck underneath it. You take a crack and like he swings, cracks you across the jaw pretty hard. He's like, oh, but he telegraphs his follow up a little too well. Out of excitement, really. And you're able to kind of like dodge easily, like the dichotomy of those two hits. And then for his third attack, he rolls a 23.
Oh my dear God!
Rolls an 18 plus 5.
He strikes me down.
And then he does 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Good Lord.
And okay, and
I'm feeling about 60% okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
What? Saving, how do I... Okay, there it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank God for that +6.
You feel like you kind of like catch yourself about to like slip and like and get knocked over, but you kind of like you catch yourself really well. Like it's like so he does the one, he misses the second one and follows up with a strike, like a side kick to your legs. and you kind of feel your feet slipping, like you were gonna be like have them knocked out from under you, but you catch yourself, and you're able to kind of stay on your feet.
Sweet. Good job, Summer.
Yeah. All right, and it's your turn.
Okay. I will go unarmed as well. That feels appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
To hit armor class of 25.
That definitely hits.
Thack 25.
Yes. Oh, get
Can you
out of
imagine
there!
if I said no?
Notification on my way. Yeah, that would be terrifying.
Okay.
That does 7 damage.
Nice.
Okay. And then, get out of here. I get a notification here on my way. I would like to use a key point to do flurry of blows. Because why not? 11 on the first one.
That misses you. Yeah, you go for the one hit. You go in there and kind of you swear you didn't telegraph it, but he's able to kind of dodge and like duck back. Kind of like you go for like a body blow, but he kind of like pulls his body back just in time.
All right. Well, let's do one more.
I love that I can see it like it's like this person's rolling this. Here's the result. You just missed.
Aww.
It's armor class of 16. Yeah.
That's
Just
crappy.
missed. Yeah. It's tough.
You know what? Screw it. Okay, I'm gonna use my new key fueled attack.
Nice.
Post-it note here. I'm going to use another key.
Yes.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna make a 4th attack.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because D&D, everybody.
Hey, a monk is here.
Yeah, right? Bonus action, unarmed strike. Come on, work. Ugh, 14. Oh, that was a waste.
Yeah.
I tried. I am trying to impress this guy.
You do this guy, you hit, you miss. It's like you hit with the first one, then you just woof, and he's kind of able to like get out of the way and dodge you and or
just
parry.
Barely.
Yeah, and you're able to like kind of do your flurry, and it's like you come up empty, and you swear you're not sure, but you swear you hear. And at this point, I should say that the monk that's been helping you has at this point introduced themselves as Tori, with an I, Tori.
Wait, which one? Is this the guy I'm fighting or the pop quiz lady?
The pop quiz person, yeah, the monk.
Okay, gotcha.
So their name is Tori.
Thank you.
I forgot that, but yeah, you swear you hear Tori sigh a little bit.
Aww. Aww.
Like all right. In the meantime, in between time,
we're not saying never, just not now. All right. Is this dude gonna beat me up some more?
Yeah. So they follow up. He's gonna do his attacks now. Oh. He rolls this an 11, which does not hit.
Definitely misses.
Yeah. So he kind of like he comes in with a big right cross, and you're able to kind of just kind of like duck back and slap it away. for his second attack. He kind of comes through with the left body jab. That's a 13, which is 8 plus 5, 13, yeah. So that misses. So you're able to kind of like, so he kind of comes in, but you're able to kind of parry it down with both your hands, and it kind of like throws him off a little bit, and then he comes back with a kind of like comes in to kind of like crack an elbow in your jaw for the third attack. It rolls a 17.
Oh. Oh. That one hits.
For 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Well, then all my rolls will show up in the combat into the party chat because I'm looking at your character sheet. So technically, I'm rolling as you. Yeah. So,
Let's see.
yeah. So
Back
go ahead
over
and
to
make
me.
another dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, that's a good one. Great. High is good on a saving throw.
Okay, yeah. So it's same thing. He kind of like cracks you on the jaw and kind of throws you off, and you swear like you kind of like you were kind of go to one knee, but no. You kind of like shake it off.
Nice.
It's like almost trying to knock you prone.
The hater's gonna hate.
Yeah.
I just want to shake.
Yeah. All right. It's your turn.
Okay, well, I am going to punch at him again. On that one missed. A 10. So I will blow another key point and hope this works.
Yes.
Oh, wrong. Scroll down there. Do that. Okay, so going to do another flurry of blows. So I'll kick at him this time. Ooh, 24.
All right. That definitely hits.
Ooh, okay. Let's 5 damage. Now, here's the fun question. I landed a hit on Flurry of Blows. Can I extract aspects from this dude?
Sure. If you like.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, is it specific to human monk? Is it all humans? Do we know how it works?
No, you can extract aspects on anything. But you'll know about
Anything.
creature.
Yeah.
Anything.
You can remember.
You can extract anything that has nipples.
That's right.
Oh my god. And some
Welcome
things
to
that
the
don't.
extraction zone.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you kind of connect your key to the monk's form, this martial artist form, and you don't. As far as you can tell, there are no immunities, no weaknesses, or no immunities, no resistances, or no weaknesses. So it's a blank slate.
What?
Just a regular person.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel better knowing that, though.
You're going to get your ass kicked by a regular person if you don't.
Shut your butt.
No.
But
I'm just saying.
I won't win.
Like, that's motivation for you.
It was 5, and then I get one more attack. So I kicked, and then I'm going to go in for another punch. Oh my god. That was a 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
A natural 1, but it's a 7 total.
It's a natural 1.
Yeah.
Roll a dex check.
Just a dex check.
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
You go for another roundhouse kick, but it's like you don't feel like you telegraphed, but you must have, because he just outright slapped your leg out of the air, out of the way, and in a kind of an odd direction. You feel like you're almost gonna like lose balance and fall prone, but you managed to catch yourself barely and to stay upright.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I am going to do.
Okay. Alright, this guy.
Can't stop thinking about those closet guitar bags.
This guy's gonna do his usual attacks. He rolls a 4. He rolls a 4
Definitely
plus 5, which
misses.
is 9. Yeah, still misses.
Dodge.
Just like you're just like slapping each other's punches out of the way. Nobody's landing anything. It's he rolls a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Fuck off, dude.
No.
No.
No. Stop rolling as wind in summer. You're stealing all our good rolls.
Yeah. He rolls. Yeah, it's double the dice. So, he kind of gets a good clock on you, and you kind of like, you see, everything go hazy, and you just get that, and you pass out. Like,
No.
Did he do at least 11 damage?
yes, he rolled a 6, and I would double the dice. It would be a 12.
Oh, okay.
Plus 3, which is 15.
Okay, cool. He knocked me out, everybody.
Wouldn't you re-roll
You can do
rather than just doubling it?
I thought it did double. Double the
I just rolled
roll
another
was on the
D8.
nat 20.
I just rolled another D8 and rolled a 6.
Oh, there you go.
There's our answer.
There you go. Either way, yeah. And you're not unconscious, as in game mechanic unconscious. You just got your lights punched out, obviously, because this is a spar. So you're kind of like, you kind of like, you're super groggy. Somebody, they kind of like set you aside. Kind of like you have a moment of like a pass out, and what feels like an instant. You kind of like wake up to like sitting on a bench, like hunched over, with like the somebody attending to you, a medical personnel and a cleric tending to you and healing you fully, so you heal back up to full health. But,
Yay.
yeah, just kind of mend you and heal you up again, but you're still like groggy, and you can feel your pain in your jaw, like, oh. I was like, and then you see the Tori is standing there with their hands behind their back, like looking at you. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
It was a tough fight. He's a skilled fighter, but I saw skills there amongst the many errors and many tactical mistakes. I saw some skill there. Come back. I heard from. Be sure to come back and visit the library. We'll consider giving you further training. You'll definitely have to do a lot of studying.
Consideration.
Definitely have to do a lot of studying.
Do you have any suggestions other than religion?
I mean, I would. You will at least. I know that you're. I see by your. Do you carry like a holy symbol of Pelor? Or do you carry anything that like signifies Pelor?
Great question.
It's up to you flavor wise.
Feel like I should, but I don't have it in my inventory.
I mean, this could be like. It doesn't have to be like a literal inventory thing. It could just be like if you carry one, if you feel that that's something you would do is hold on to like a necklace or something like simple.
What about like an anklet? That seems like a summer sort of thing. Just a little anklet with a little Pelor charm on it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like
blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
Yes. I see you hold a symbol of Pelor. You will want to at least know some information on the all-knowing mistress. We do not discriminate against followers of other faiths. I don't know why I'm physically holding my arms behind my back like I'm playing the characters. Like I'm doing the physical.
Man, get into it.
Yeah, I guess voice actor. But I'll have it studies, but you're gonna want to. Unfortunately, you'll want to know, do some research on the politics of the continent, on the history of the Korean dynasty, the Dendalian Empire, because the empire, though we do not, as a rule, get involved as political entities. We are nonetheless involved in truth seekers and information seekers, so that is an important aspect of being involved in the Cobalt Soul. But I would say you have a lot of catching up to do. You're at the level where most of the people with at your level have only. You're going to be studying with people, I'm going to say, almost a decade younger than you. But if you have some determination,
I hold back my tears.
But I think if you have the determination, you might be able to catch up.
Thank you for the advice and for the consideration. I know what I must do.
Okay.
Do I see myself out, or do I have a chauffeur?
You may go as if you're well, if you're healthy, you may see yourself along, unless you want to further train, or unless you have someplace to go. You're welcome to stay in the library and train a little bit more here, or go as you please.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go catch up with my buddies.
Yeah.
We're on a bit of a time crunch.
Yes. So in the meantime, while this is all happening, what was the rest of the motley crew up to in the library?
Books.
Was there anything you were researching in particular, or just?
I was looking for weird. Like, what do we have that's weird?
Let's see.
This is a religion of wonders, isn't it? What kind of wonders did they have written about?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Let me. Here, I'll just.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
You do okay in this library. Your escort doesn't really do much to help you find anything. It just is mostly just observing and watching over you. You do get a little bit lost. There's a lot to go through. Best you can find is a book on the reproductive patterns and cycles of various beasts, and particularly of the wastes of Jorhas. So, like,
Next.
kobold mating.
Let me find is there a card catalog or something? Let me Dewey Decimal this. Like, let's go to
Library of Congress classification.
That's right.
By the time you
LCC.
think that, you see summer emerging from the area. What? Anything? Anybody else? What y'all were doing? Studying or researching or just looking around?
Yeah, not just browsing. Not really anything in particular. Just wandering the aisles.
Yeah.
Seeing if anything catches my eye.
Yeah. But yeah, and you're kind of like just perceiving. You get a good feel for like how it's laid out. The systems. It's mostly laid out in different like schools of discipline, further broken down into within subcategories of that. Like there's big swaths of areas dedicated to magic, and it breaks down to schools of magic, and then it further breaks down into like theory, beginner learning, history, things like that. Like basically like speculative theory, things like that. And you see a lot of like different tomes on the different sections. Some extra, there's extra copies of a few of them. Quite a few of them are worn down, but it seems very, very. You seem very interested. It is well organized, and you figure if you ever needed, whenever you have some time, if you ever need to do some research or help out with research, you can get and can get the hang of this. It's well set up and organized, but it is extensive. Like you can tell it's extensive.
Lucius the library lizard.
And was Solero doing anything in particular?
What's Chavo up to?
On the boat, right?
Chavo's probably
Yeah.
on the boat.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Or on like a stable. Or like a little keep area, just kind of with some food, some chow.
I guess my main goal, I guess I wouldn't have a goal either. Trying to find anything I could about any possible animals that might be of interest coming up.
Yeah. You find some you're able to like let's say roll an investigation check. See how easily you find things and things like that.
Where is constantly get
Toby
Hold on.
has
Okay,
proficiency
investigation.
times 2.
Oh, great investigation. That's going to be a good roll for me in a bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have trouble finding.
Look at you, Matlock. Like,
you have
Just a
little trouble.
regular Columbo over here.
And if
One more
it
thing,
takes, you have so much trouble finding what you're looking for that your escort finally gives in, and helps you find like a book on like the some of the animals, like and particularly like a study book on the forests, the northern forests of the coast, northern like woods of the coast, and some of the taxonomy of the creatures there, some patterns, but nothing in particular. It's just like a very basic book, and you kind of like, it takes you a while, and you set it down, and you start to crack open as Toby cracks open the book, like looking at something about animals, and then Summer emerges.
animal husbandry.
Yeah.
Not exactly the weird I was looking for.
Summer emerges from. Well, you see her.
You stick your hand where?
Yeah.
A whole different type of husband.
Yes.
I mean, if people out there had agriculture class and learned about some AI, and I'm not talking about your favorite Kubrick then Spielberg film.
Yeah.
Don't Google that. Moo.
So Summer, you emerge, you walk down, you see your friends, you see Toby and Solero at a couple of different tables. Well, at the same table, because they probably joined each other when they finally find something. You see Solero kind of looking through a book, and you see Toby looking through a book, like with like a confusion and like look on his face. You see Lucius just kind of like doing his like usual walkabout, observing things. Yeah.
Walkabout? Like running?
And Mortal's
Yeah,
Mortal,
what's
you
Mortal
don't
up
see
to?
Mortal when he walked into the building, his eyes lit up. Like it's like because him being the artificer, and he beelined it to some of the alchemy section, and he was like, his monk had for a turtle. You never realized a turtle could book it like the way Mortal booked it, and like. His like escort had kind of got off guard, had to catch up with him, and he did just fine. But like, it's like just was surprised. You see the surprised look at his face, and the Mortal is like further down, and he's got like, you see him. As you walked out, you saw your group to your left, and you walked down that way. To your right, a few tables down. Mortal has like 4 books in front of him. It's like in his notebook, like, oh yeah, like he's like taking down notes. It's like, so.
Do you know approximately how much time we have before we're supposed to be back on the boat with Captain Three Earrings?
So at this point, so you got here before midday, based on like the time it took you to do your couple tasks. At this point, it's a little bit, it's like early afternoon, and you figure you're gonna want to start. There was no like specific time, but you wanted to get out while there's still daylight.
Mm-hmm.
And probably gonna be best bet to start going soon, you figure.
Okay.
Yeah. You probably don't want to lollygag too much. As excited as Mortal is.
Oh, right. Okay, so I'll just kind of start gathering people up, going to whomever I see first, and
It's like, okay.
suggesting that we
Mortal.
we head back.
It's like he looks down and looks at you. He's like, okay.
No.
Puts away the book, and
Can always come
escort,
back.
Promise. And he hands books to the escort for them to, and then they put it onto like a tray that gets carried around one of the nearby drop off trays, or drop off areas. He's like, okay, and he puts his like writing stuff and his like papers, organizes them, and like, I could do so much research here.
We just got here.
I could do so much research here. It's amazing. I'm excited. Thank you for bringing me here.
No problem. Glad we discovered it. I will definitely be coming back here in the future, but don't know when.
Yes, we'll see. Don't know when. All right, and then you start gathering. Who do you go to next? You start gathering.
Yeah. Let me hit up Toby. I assume I see him looking confused by a book.
I'm not confused at all. I'm clear on what I read.
Okay.
You seem like
I looked for weird, and I found it, but that wasn't the education I was expecting.
Weird.
It's at this point that Lucius will wander up, like seeing everybody get together, and it's like, wait, where was the weird? Was it over there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Point to the area. You now.
I got it.
You now know the gestation period of a bugbear.
Gross. All right, and then I'll go collect Solero, wherever he is, hanging about. And that should be all of us.
Yeah. All right. If you guys gather around, you kind of walk out. Your escorts guide you up. They take care of like any book, the books that you had taken care of. Drop them off in their like little like drop off section that each like bigger section has to be sorted later. And you guys walk out the door into the sunny Port de Mali in this early afternoon. The sun is high, and the sun is high. The sky
and
is
all the
clear.
trees are green.
Yes.
Your heart's as big as a baked potato.
Yes. So you guys start making your way to downtown, walking fast.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Faces fast, and you're port bound. So it takes you. So luckily, it's pretty quick. It only takes you walking. I would say by like an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. It's a big city. There's some winding roads, but and you've only got legs. Some of them have. So some of you have littler legs than others. And then you're able to join up at the docks as they start getting things ready. The earring greets you as you walk up. Let me get this thing. There's story bits. You see all like the workers.
Bits.
Yeah. Walking up, departing. Okay. Once you've done this, they walk up. They greet you. You see everybody finishing up, getting whatever supplies and on the boat on the wave chaser. You kind of go up the ramp on there. 3 earring spots you, like you see a wry, like a smile, walks over, like, "Ha, are you prepared? You're about to risk life and limb for naught but treasure and a sense of vengeance. The only folk who would do such a thing are the greedy, the foolish, and those with nothing left to lose."
Well, I fit 2 of those.
Nice.
At least 1.
Yeah, at least 1. Yeah. For me.
I would say this would be a good time for an insight check. Who wants to give me an insight check? Lucius, I presume.
I would love to give an insight
I would
check
like him to.
as soon as, okay.
Yeah.
Who else has them street smarts?
I might.
Please roll.
You know,
Right.
let's see how this goes.
That works.
All right. Let me
Save
do
the
fun part.
bullets in your old
Alright.
6 gun.
All right. Let me go over secret chat. I'll be right back. Yeah, you look at her at her face. It's normally inscrutable. You get a sense that she's conflicted over something. That she might be even looking at you guys a little bit sympathetically. Like she's reconsidering something. Like, you kind of you remember that she's had a few moments where she like looked fondly at a couple of you guys, but yeah, she seems to be almost feeling a little sympathetic for some reason. She's not trying to show it. She's trying not to show it, but you gotta get the sense that she's conflicted.
Okay. How long until we get to the location?
Well, we'll talk.
Like,
we'll
would
talk.
okay, but
I mean, it
I
should
wanna
take
know
like a
if
day
I-
or so. Like it should
okay,
take.
yeah.
It should take. You'll go over and like I think if you remember the discussion of being if you leave now, you figure if you remember how to, like this path and this, you figure you'll probably this is your best guess, based on past. You'll probably go out. Not the next day, but you'll plan it so that they'll plan the trip so that they arrive the following morning.
Okay.
Kind of
I just want to
pace it
make
that
sure
way.
okay.
Yeah.
I will be looking for an opportunity to speak with her in private.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. All right.
Oh, with
Bass
a,
guitars.
oh,
Fun video.
a guy playing a ukulele.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's the opposite of a bass guitar.
Very much the opposite
Piccolo
of a bass
bass.
guitar. A ukulele.
A Rotig Sab. So the as you're gonna go forward, she kind of turns around and goes back to her duties. And you start to board. Yeah. Where do you guys set yourself up? And get ready.
I'll be in my bunk. No,
Trying to find the remote so I can turn this TV down. So, give me a moment.
I'm entertained.
Yes.
I will say Summer wants an alcohol. She doesn't care what it is,
Yeah.
but she wants an alcohol, and then
Yes.
she's going to meditate
Yes. So somebody
for at least
hands
30
you,
minutes.
Somebody hands you a bottle of like, they're gonna say rum. Yeah,
Cool.
let's say rum.
Okay.
That's
Appropriate.
basically how
Nothing
they
like
put
a
it.
liquor. Yeah. Nothing like a liquor with 4 question marks at the end
Yeah,
of it.
exactly. It was like, yeah, we bought it somewhere. Figure it's rum. We don't remember.
Cool. She's gonna take a long swig of that rum,
Oh,
look at it, and then take another swig, and then hand it back to the person.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You can
Thank you.
the flavor definitely makes you think rum.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess rum.
Yeah. But yeah.
you feel
need
that
that.
licoricey, like like.
All right.
oh.
Licorice?
Yeah,
I am
there's
going-
an aftertaste. It tastes like rum, but there's like that weird licoricey aftertaste, and then and then there's blah. If you could describe a flavor as blah.
I mean,
Is it like
I've
Malort?
met rum before.
So as best you can, and then so you take those swigs, and it's like, and then you go off to meditate.
Some molasses juice that is somehow gone anise.
I'm gonna go down below to my room.
Yeah.
I need some
Your
peace and
room?
quiet. Yeah, well, our room. I don't know
Yeah,
wherever we're
the communal
sleeping.
room. Yeah, you guys have like
yeah.
a quarter.
Bunk.
It's kind of cramped when
Yeah.
you guys are all in there, but it's fairly spacious. It's enough room for all of you to sleep in. So, but cramped. But so while nobody's there, it's fairly, comfortable.
Summer just needs some quiet time to reflect on what just happened
Yeah.
at that place.
Yes. Oh my god. And imagine there was a moment where I was considering having you spar with with Tori, but they're a level 12 monk as I put them up. They're an actual, not to
That,
pull back the curtains too much, but that would have
might have been,
real
yeah.
bad. Instead, you just face the martial arts adept. The reason I had to do it in D&D Beyond is because it's from Zolo's, Volo's? Was it Volo's Guide to Monsters?
Yeah.
Yes, Volo. They
Volo.
ran out of
Volo's Guide to
Marco
Monsters,
Volo even.
which I don't own in Fantasy Grounds, but I do own in
Oh.
D&D Beyond. So, I don't have the martial arts adept in there, so I had to use the stat sheet from there. Which, I mean, it doesn't matter. But yeah, you do your meditation. Anybody else just do anything in particular? Obviously, somebody's probably going to help with undocking.
Yeah, I will assist in making way.
Yeah, getting ropes, setting sails, and things like that. Yeah. There's nothing else. Yeah, you guys prepare. Everything's taken care of, and you sail off. Off into the Damali Bay. Fairly smooth sailing. It's a nice. It's early afternoon. What you would clock it is like 2:00. Something like that. So it's a nice. There's a nice sea breeze or bay breeze. I feel like there's a nice breeze. Kind of blows through. And beautiful waters on the bay. Beautiful views. It is a nice view, and it's a nice thing to kind of sail off into with the sun right above you. Yeah, and you guys do your thing. You guys sail off. Of course, afternoon. There's nothing particular you guys do in the afternoon. You guys can interrupt me as we go along. But afternoon gives into evening. As the kind of like with the boat kind of going in momentum. You get your first experience of dinner when it's just the crew. And everyone except for the helmsman, they, instead of now being on top of the ship when it was like all the refugees and have to make room for everybody, now everybody goes below deck into kind of like a makeshift mess hall they have down there. Yeah.
Bless this mess hall.
Yes. And so everybody's it's you lot, and everybody in the crew, except for Three Earrings, at the table, eating meals, having drink, having food. So is there anything anybody does? Does Lucius take his opportunity to do what he planned to do now, or
we be feasting?
I'll save it for later once like not in the middle.
Okay. Yeah.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
At some point, yes, Three Earrings does come in, stands away from the table, and then takes a moment and then joins you guys at the table for your meal. And you guys eat and drink. It's just not fancy, but it's it's filling. You get like you got freshly bought things from from Portamale, so this is the meal where you get to eat the stuff that is not going to be needed to be kept. So there's some good meats and some good some fruit and veg.
Nice.
Those sea veggies.
And there's a nice stew. They make a nice stew. Yeah. So like potatoes, celery, carrots, some really nice they use some nice tubers that are unique to like this region that you had to get further down, but has the nice flavors that they acquire. It's like, oh, for a special meal, has a nice little like complexity to the flavor. It gives it a fullness. But yeah, it's a nice stew.
Full tubers.
Yes. So, as you finish your meal, everybody kind of starts breaking off. As they finish up, obviously the helmsman, I forget her name, was let's see, Heidi Axbeer, kind of breaks off first. Gotta make sure she's manning the helm. Kachori comes behind her, kind of being the navigator, and everybody just kind of like breaks off slowly. You guys during the meal probably, like, I don't know if you play they do some singing, kind of like some storytelling and things like that. Yeah.
I will join that.
Yeah. And then,
I need some good vibes.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to sing, and they're singing. These are sailors, so they're singing some very vulgar sea shanties, like
the body shit.
Yeah. They're singing the body stuff, and it's fun, and it feels good to just like, because this is comfort for, because you guys have been on quite a few ships, and this is
your turbo lover.
Yeah. And this is like these are this is your comfort moment. This is your comfort place for singing dirty songs with sailors, drinking.
I want to sing the dirty sing songs of the Judas Priest equivalent.
Yeah.
Of this fantasy world.
Yeah.
God, there's a book of limericks I used to have that was so good.
Yes.
All bent for leather.
I mean, you talk about like sexual overtones in music. Like, Halford really brought it. Now put that into a sea shanty. Sign me up.
Yes.
Those are just
Brett's cornering a market over
tonics.
here.
Yes.
I mean, like I'm trying to think of how Breaking the Law would sound like, or like, just it's a piracy song. It's great.
Yes.
Could you do My Name is Mud as a sea shanty?
I mean,
who knows? But yeah,
you give me the coin. I'll play your music for you.
Yeah, you pipe in with the with yours. You bring in there. You make sure to bring something that's catchy enough that they're able to kind of join in. A couple of them kind of sit
this
there.
This one's about squeezing lemons. Or sorry, squeezing lemons till it summons a animated sword.
Yes. And
down your leg.
Yes. And then you get to, they're able to like join in after a couple, once he has to go around, they're able to come in on the hook. As and of course Lucius, you notice the Three Rings is joining, kind of sitting to the side, and has a smile, and kind of after a moment she gets up and walks away, kind of breaks off on her own.
Is Dajar Call, is she in here?
Let's see. Dajar Call, no, she would have been like the third to break off. So right now it's just Dilyu, Boerth, and Three Rings. And now Three Rings is walking out.
Okay. I will take my exit now.
I'm going to be communicating about how to somebody who is unaware that halflings have a meal called fourth meal.
Yeah.
It's a
yes, the fourth meal. And while you do that, Lucius walks off, and we'll see what he does. Where do you go to? Who do you talk to? You walk up to the top deck. You see Dajar Call in the spot on the railing. Let's say starboard, and Three Rings is up on the elevated area towards the front, off to port side, in the front. I don't know what's the front. That's a 10:30 alarm.
All right.
We got half an hour. Yeah, she's like, and she's at her own railing, kind of like looking off into the distance.
Okay. I will just walk up and lean on the rail next to Dajar Call and just remark upon what a beautiful night it is.
Who's like, yes, it very much is. And I would say you do not see anything like untowards, and she didn't stop anything that she was doing. But she's kind of looking off into the distance. Yeah.
Okay.
It makes you think about paths, but It is beautiful. And sad, but sweet.
Sad in what way?
You know, there's the you it feels infinite, but then the realization that there is an end. You eventually get back to where you were, or to an end, or to a destination. Yeah. I don't know. It just is.
You seem to have a certain affinity for dolphins.
Sure, I like dolphins. They're pretty.
They are. They're very smart.
They are. They're very smart.
What? Sorry, out of character. I don't remember if I've asked this or not. What got you to join this crew anyway? What's your story?
And like, looks at you. I have my reasons. My reasons for joining. Yeah, there's a little bit of adventure, a little bit of fun, but I have my reasons.
Well, we all have our reasons, I suppose.
Well, either way, have a good night. I'm gonna be off to bed. She starts to walk away.
Okay, I'll let her. I mean, I feel like an insight check would be.
If you'd like, if you wanted to.
It doesn't take an insight. I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I feel like it. Yeah. Doesn't take an insight check to know. Yeah.
She seems a little
to know
guarded.
she's hiding something.
Yeah. It's just, but yeah, she walks off into walks down to the lower quarters.
Okay. I will. Is Three Earrings still out?
Yeah, she's up there.
I will go talk to her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, Lucius, you come out to enjoy the evening view as well?
Oh yes, it's a beautiful night.
Did you want to talk about anything?
Yeah. What exactly kind of adventure are you sending us on here?
I mean, we're like we said, we're gonna go retrieve this artifact. I mean, you know who I work for. You know who I work with. So we're gonna go steal ourselves a valuable trinket. You know, this was another treasure, another adventure, another journey, another heist.
Just
another big pack,
another treasure. Just another adventure. What aren't you?
I mean, everything is just just another adventure. You never know when it's going to be. It's never just another adventure, is it? Let me ask you something. And she kind of looks at you with a stern look on her face. What's the most important thing a captain can feel for her crew? Is it trust or is it pride?
Are those that different? Can you have one without the other?
Love and what do you, Go on, elucidate.
Well, can you really be proud of your crew if you don't trust them? Sure, they might do good work, but is that for now? Only for now? Are you proud of your crew for the day's work and only the day's work, or are you proud of them for their continual effort they put forth and trust in you?
All right. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, good.
Roll high.
Oh.
Give me with advantage because you have history. And
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Well, I'm off to get shit faced and go to bed. Good night. Slaps you on the shoulder and walks off.
Mm. Interesting.
All right. And then you all go to downstairs.
Actually, if I can, before she's out of reach, I want to grab her arm.
Yeah.
Not like if she pulls away, I'll let her go, but just like wait one more thing, and just say, what do you know about Dajar Kal?
I have my questions on her. She's gifted as a crew member, and she's gifted as a druid. I have my doubts, but I don't have any proof that she's done anything to untowards. We do have. Well, I mean, we have our worries, but so far she hasn't really done anything outwardly to arouse suspicion. At least not around us.
And yet, you're suspicious of her.
I mean, I'm suspicious of everybody. I mean,
Well, that's fair. I can't blame you for that.
She seems like a very good-hearted person, and I'm suspicious of good-hearted people. At least people that seem good-hearted.
Does she handle any of your communication?
No, we don't really communicate outside of. I mean, we talk to quartermaster. We talk to dockmasters when we get to the docks, and we don't really have means of like sending far messages. We don't really ever need to. We usually, we have our connections. If we ever need to talk to the home base at Darktoe, but usually, she doesn't really handle communications or messaging or anything like that.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
has my based on my previous experience with 3 earrings, is it reasonable to know she won't do do I think she won't do anything rash?
She's
does she generally think before she acts?
She seems like somebody that is fairly like she thinks before she's not
Okay.
she runs a she's charismatic and she's energetic and she's eager, but she's not
Okay.
rash. And she's
Okay.
smart from what you remember. She's smart about what she does.
I'll tell her well, it may be nothing, but the past 2 nights I saw her feeding a dolphin, and you know, when certain people feed a dolphin, you might simply marvel at how they were able to get the dolphin to come that close.
Yeah.
When a druid feeds a dolphin, there may be more going on.
Oh. Okay. This is good to know. It's good to know. Well, I'll
Like
keep
I
that in
said,
mind.
I can't be certain, but
better to know this than not. Thank you.
yes. Are we walking into a trap?
I mean, we didn't set a trap. Sahojins, I mean, we might be. Probably.
Okay.
We're going to somebody else's home. You gotta expect a trap. But that's our assumption. Whose trap? We don't know. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you for the info.
Yeah. Let me know if you want to continue our discussion at any point.
I will. She kind of nods at you. Kind of like with a smart smile. Kind of like hand on your shoulder. You take care.
You too. And I will do the same.
And she kind of like fizzes and then kind of turns around and walks off. And you can see kind of her nodding with like, and I mean, you don't need to have an insight check to see that she's like reconsidering some things, but not about what you were talking about, but almost like about you, and kind of like a little sadly, but a little like appreciative. Kind of gives you a nice, it just gives you like a thankful look, and then turns around and walks away.
Interesting.
Okay. All right, and then I'll put you in here. All right. Hi, Diana. Thank you for hanging out with us. All right.
Sorry.
Oh, hello.
Dude, you walked
We're
in on
doing actual
FaceTime. We were
voices.
just like over
Yeah.
here.
At least it's not the Game Grumps basis.
Yes.
He happens. happens to be racist. Boom, boom.
Yes. Game Grumps. Let's so
I held that bass guitar for so long, being like, this bit, I'm gonna hang on to this bit. And you guys had way more secret time than I had bass licks to noodle around on. So I was just sitting there, like, well, I'm not just gonna annoy Daisy and Drew with my boo. So yeah.
I was trying to give you things to learn, but
yes.
somebody doesn't want to learn Rancid songs.
Yeah.
I mean, so somebody doesn't actually play bass guitar, just plays dumb
Sounds
things
like
like it's.
somebody needs to learn Donna Lee on bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing the darkness because, you know, I believe in a thing called love.
You're playing New Edition.
All right. So anything else further? So for the rest of the group, you guys are eating. Summer's drinking heavily.
Yes.
And singing. Solero, I don't know what Solero is up to.
Being drunk on a boat. That sounds fantastic.
At least I'm going to assume that we are not adventuring tonight. So Summer is doing some drinking and forgetting what happened at the library.
Yes.
That's not how that works.
Well, you know.
But yes.
That's how Summer thinks it works. Yes.
She's delaying the I don't know how she needs to deal with it for later.
Yes.
Your god was
Basically.
like, nah.
She's taken a night for herself, and then we'll. Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, what better time to take a night for yourself than on a boat drunk?
Yeah. Right there you go.
Yeah, get the swims and then like rock back and forth the whole time. Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boat-based drinking.
Fun fact: I do not do well on the ocean on a boat.
Sober or otherwise.
Yeah. Sober.
Okay. So, you guys kind of chill out. If there's nothing else in particular, you guys kind of like, have your night's rest. Your night. Do you have your like meal and your drinking? You all kind of get yourself ready to go rest. So it's kind of good. Drinking in the middle of the night. You kind of like are resting. Some of you earlier, some of you later. And as you all are about to like knock out, you hear Kajori shout out kind of like a loud warning. Yeah, in the warning. Or ship approaching.
Dun, dun, dun.
And
Klaxon, red alert. Brr.
I don't have that klaxon.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of another boat.
Yes. Yeah, and you kind of like I presume you all hearing the word like man your position. Ship approaching.
How does a boat sneak up on a boat at night?
I will run up on deck.
Yeah.
I suppose that I probably am as well.
Yeah,
I don't know how drunk I am, but I'll stumble up there.
You're like
You're doing Way of the Drunken Master.
Yeah.
No, dang it.
You're like it was like an hour or so afterwards, so you're like fairly buzzed, like a little drunk, but you're there.
Okay.
You're there, but
I can
Not
still
all there.
operate, but it's yeah.
Yeah, you might throw up a little.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
You'll throw up like a cat. You'll be like,
I was gonna say there's hairballs with cats anyways, right?
No,
Like,
no,
that's how it
no,
works.
no, no. You got to do that first
God.
a little bit, and then yowl.
Yeah. So you go. You kind of like emerge from there, and off in the distance, just cresting out, appearing out from like a tall rock formation further off, good distance away, but still visible. You see a ship. It's like a caravel. Not too dissimilar from yours. And it's flying the colors of the Clovis Concorde. And it's moving into like an intercepting position. You kind of like it's slightly smaller than the Wave Chaser, so it's a little faster, so it's gaining on you guys. You're kind of like it's going on its way to intercept. And as everybody gets ready, you figure it's about 10 minutes for it to intercept. So you kind of like get yourself ready as you wonder what exactly you've gotten yourself into. You stop and think. You wonder what you get yourself into as I try to land this. That's what we'll call this episode. As we, a little bit of intrigue for next week.
Dun, dun, dun. Next time on Through the Tomes. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Is that our new theme song?
No, that's Dragon Ball Z. When you'd watch it, see Dragon Ball Z, it was daily, and at least 15 minutes of it was last time and next time.
Yes.
So like,
but speaking of next time, you can of course thank you for hanging out with us here at Through the Tomes. We do as we do in our Dungeons and Dragons adventures. Thank you for hanging out with us for another fantastic edition of our adventure. Be sure to be here with us every week live on Tuesdays as we do this thing. We're here every Tuesdays with Through the Tomes. 8-ish is our schedule, depending on when we get things set up. Here on Rebelli TV on Twitch. We also have the episodes up on Rebelli TV on YouTube and thetomes.com. You could be like It's Not Diana, who's hanging out in our chat, our wonderful friend here. Hanging out with talking, enjoying the D&D adventures. Aside from this, we also do Record Breakers, our music podcast on Wednesdays on Rebelli TV. We stream that live. We also do
where we're actually supposed to talk about bass guitars.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, sometimes yes. There is not a bass guitar.
Yeah, quite often.
And sometimes there's a bass guitar. That one time.
The wang arms.
Yes.
Has there ever been a sitar though?
There almost certainly has.
You brought Can't Buy a Thrill, didn't you?
Yeah, there was a sitar.
So there was an electric sitar.
So there's that. But yeah, that's on Wednesdays. We do Space Trucking on Thursdays.
Hong Kong.
Where we play Starbound.
Come on.
Yeah. Come on. I'm actually fleshed out the rest of the week where Fridays we're going to be doing a blank plays. Right now it's PD plays where we're doing a weekly Let's Play series. Right now I'm playing through Control. Probably going to follow up with an interesting like RPG after once I'm done with Control, but I'm playing Control every Fridays. It is a fun game, and it's an interesting game. Might have to just plunk down the money to just actually buy it instead of just using it on Game Pass and get the DLC, because that is a good game. But yeah, check that out. And then there's also Mondays. I'm trying to have a full week of schedule, so Mondays is going to kind of be a free form day. This week I did No Man's Sky. I might follow that up with more No Man's Sky next week, because I'm doing end game stuff. I'm kind of doing major end game stuff that I'm kind of eager to
Destiny
get
of the Dankosaur.
Yes. But in the future also they added pets, so I'm gonna also try to make a pet Dankosaur. So look forward to that.
Nice.
Yes.
Approve. I approve.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
But yeah, just if you want to be part of that fun, just follow us at Rebellion TV. It follows are free. We love to have you here, hanging out, talking with us in the chat, talking with each other.
And subscriptions are free too if you have Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Or
Throw Petey a bone.
Yeah, if you'd like, that would be great too. But the big thing is, the subscriptions are fantastic. But the main thing is I want you here. Just here, hanging out, being with us, enjoying the fun.
Cracking wise, making fun of us.
Yes. So thank you for hanging out with us. Follow us, follow, do all the things. Until next time, hasta los huevos.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
#find Luke.